Good morning! It's Friday, February 27th? One day of February left. So I have some planning to do in my larger A5 file effects. I need to make some lists for shopping. We're going to Costco over the weekend, probably on Sunday. I'm not sure. We're supposed to get some more snow Sunday night, but not till late Sunday, so that's okay. And then I need to double check what I need for the recipe for lobster bisque, because I didn't have everything I needed on hand. So I will jot that down as well so I can run out probably during lunch to pick that up. It's 22 degrees, so it's not freezing. I've been out to see the girls, I've had a juice, and I've already eaten my lunch because it's technically afternoon already. I'm just picking up the camera now because of the things I needed to take care of this morning, particularly for work. I have a technical issue that I need to resolve, and unfortunately there's a lot of people out on Friday, so I'm trying to hunt someone down that can help me out on the IT side. So that's that. What else was I going to tell you? Yeah, I'll probably tell you. I was going to sneak peek something, but I'm going to wait until that actually goes live, because something's happening on March 29th, but it's so far in advance that I don't need to tell you now. Oh, I do have something else to show you, but let me just clear off my desk so I can show you that properly with the hands-free. Alright, so this is what I want to share. It's a remote outlet switch, and I got a 5-pack, which includes 2 remotes. But the way our living room is set up, we have, I have a little reading nook in the center portion of the sectional that has a really pretty light right in back of it, but in order to get to it, I typically have to step over dog beds and kind of climb up on the sectional, or be so close to the light that it's always reaching. And there's another light in the living room where it's beyond Chester's dog bed, and he's usually hanging out there, so I feel bad about shushing him out of it in order for me to reach the lamp. And we have a relatively dark living room. It's not there's not a lot of natural light or even access to natural light, so we rely on, I think, 4 different lights in there. We don't have any overhead lights, so it's just table lamps, and we have energy saving bulbs in all of them except one, my little reading nook one. So I finally kind of got sick and tired of it and decided to get one of these kits, and it's a kit where I'll show you exactly what's included in it, and this is a 5-pack. I just received it yesterday. I haven't plugged them in yet, but I know exactly how they work, so once I plug them in, I'll show you that as well. So this particular set comes with 2 batteries, or 2 remotes, and 5 of these switches. Ugh, hold on, I'm not tipping anything over. So what this does is, whatever you plug into the outlet and then into one of these, take one out so you can see it. So you plug this into your wall outlet, and then whatever item you want to turn on with the click of the remote into this outlet. So you plug this into the wall, then plug whatever item it is. Like, I'm going to plug in our lamps. It'd be great to use for, around the holidays when you have a lot of decorations, like Christmas tree or, string lights. And then you can turn them on or off with the push of a button. So I got the 5-pack, so the remote has the 5, and I only need to use 4 of them. I'm sure I could find another use for them in the same room for the 5th one. So you turn it on and turn it off with a click of a remote without having to possibly stretch or reach over to where the actual switch is for that particular item. And it's mostly lamps. Plus, it's nice to do it all at the same time. So I'll probably leave one by the front door and one maybe on the coffee table. This way, if we come home and, through the front door, You just switch everything on with the buttons without having to travel to each portion of the room. Again, it's not like we have a huge room, but because there are obstacles in the way of each of the lamps, it's going to be easier to do this way. So it's the Zap 5x2 remotes from Etek City, ETEKCITY, and I got them on Amazon. There's the information. Zap L Series point click power. Like easy. Here it is. Easily controlled by the remote from up to 100 feet in line of sight. I wonder how that's going to work behind the couch. We'll have to try to test it out. Separate on-off buttons on the remote control, so you don't have to turn on all. It's not all on or all off. You could turn on individual ones. Can switch on-off manually by pressing the program button on the side of the outlet, which is this, I think, where is it? This little button right here. Extra outlets and remotes can be purchased separately for easy extension on the set. Outlets will remain powered off after power outage to save energy. Power output 1200 watts at 120 V or 60 Hertz. Low power consumption reduces energy use and extends product life up to 15%. So install battery, remote control battery, which I did. I've already pulled the little protector. Plug each outlet in to a socket. Plug in the device or appliance into each socket. Press the on-off for the respective channel on the remote control to operate the outlet switches. So, like 1. And then this one would be 1, because otherwise they're not designated, I don't think. Let me just double check. No, I don't think they're designated in any way. That's how you designate them. So after work today, I'm going to do that for each of the programming the outlets. Note the outlets can be pre-programmed for immediate use, but the configuration can be customized to meet your needs. To program the remote control transmitter and outlet switch receiver, plug the outlet switch into the socket and turn it on. That seems pretty straightforward. Press and hold the programming button, which is this little thing right here, on the right side of the outlet until the LED indicator begins to flash on the remote. Release the program button and then press the desired on-off button on the remote. The pairing is successful when the LED indicator stops flashing. Resetting an outlet or canceling all pairings. How to cancel. What else is in here? Notes. Change batteries in the remote control for best performance regularly if you find the outlet switch are not responding or the LED indicator on the remote control runs dim. The battery should be replaced. Make sure that the battery and outlets are installed firmly and correctly for operation. The outlet switches are for indoor use only. Avoid pressure exposure to high temperature sources, strong sunlight, or moisture. Well, that seems all logical. The outlets are best used in areas with good air circulation. Do not exceed maximum load. Extra buttons on a remote can be used for additional outlets. So there you go. So that's what I'll be doing after work today. So bummed to hear that Leonard Nimoy passed, but look at his last tweet from just this past Monday was, a life is like a garden. Perfect moments can be had, but not preserved, except in memory. Live long and prosper. He was my first crush when I watched Star Trek reruns as a kid, and in part he's responsible for me learning English. And I've always gone after the more logical man rather than hot-headed one. I think it has a lot to do with it. He will be genuinely missed. I think somewhere in my collection of music I have him covering If I Had a Hammer, if I recall correctly, and that puts a smile on my face. And so I had lots of very fond memories of watching him on that show, on the reruns of that, and all the Star Trek movies, and just, I don't know, he seemed like a lovely man, and I feel for his family. So, yeah, that was sad. I even called Pauline. I said, he asked me, what's the matter? I said, I'm sad. He goes, why? I said, because Leonard Nimoy passed away. He goes, there's chocolate in the freezer. So I went to the freezer and look what I found. Intense dark Ghirardelli sea salt soiree, dark chocolate with sea salt and roasted almonds. So, yeah. That's where my chocolate is stashed. Paulie usually eats his right away. He prefers milk chocolate or white chocolate, and I like it dark. I think that's very telling, maybe. So I'm going to enjoy my chocolate and think of Mr. Nimoy.